right, here is one of New York's bravest, Joseph Bonanno, the author of this book, The Firehouse Grilling Cookbook. He's from Ladder 152. It's just beginning to rain out here. Anyway, welcome back to the show, Joe.
Nice
this is Valerie Bertinelli.
Valerie.
And I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to just for a few minutes go over some tips. You know, grills.
We just bought a grill, so I'd really like to know
about this. And they could be a dangerous thing as well. Yeah. So he's got some fire prevention tips.
Okay. All right,
Regis. An umbrella would be nice.
Okay. Well, this is a fire safety tip to put the fire out.
Isn't this just like a barbecue?
Yes.
You can bring the barbecue
it just figures.
Yeah.
But okay, here we have a gas barbecue. One of the most important things is any barbecue, gas or charcoal. Make sure you don't have a plant up against the thing.
Right.
So it gets pretty hot.
Move the plant over.
Right, and have no leaves and debris. And at the beginning of the season, things been covered all winter. Make sure it's nice and stable. Maybe give it a shake that none of this is rotted or rusted, and it could fall over once you get it heated.
It's been sitting all winter.
Sitting all winter.
This is the important thing, isn't it?
Okay, right. Now you have a little rubber O-ring here. Make sure that this is on here when you screw this on. Then you turn your gas on.
All the way, right?
All the way,
so
and just check that over the winter you haven't had any cracks in this thing. And then once you turn it on, don't listen for leaks, or don't use a match for sure to look for leaks. You take a little soapy water with dishwashing soap, and then you just run it over this hose line like this.
And if it bubbles up,
it would. If you had a leak, you'll see a bubble.
Oh,
it'll start to bubble.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And that basically takes care of a charcoal barbecue.
All right, fine.
All right, then one of the most important things when you are grilling, keep something nearby like a garden hose.
Okay.
All right, and keep it charged with water. If you don't happen to have a garden hose, keep a fire extinguisher handy.
Sure.
All right, and they have a big, gigantic, if you need a fire extinguisher this big, that's my job. You need to call All right,
a
5-pound one like that.
Right, a 5-pound ABC, it'll handle liquid, wooden paper, liquid and grease, and electrical.
Sure.
And keep it in your kitchen, bring it out when you're doing barbecue in the yard.
All right.
All right, now here's a charcoal barbecue.
Yeah.
One of the most important things about a charcoal barbecue is the lighter fluid. Now, you could use pre-soaked coals, all right, which is fine. And if you use the old-fashioned charcoal lighter fluid, you're going to want to spray it on there and then give it 15 minutes to soak into the coals.
What is the correct way to do it, Joe? You put the coals there, you put the fluid on, let it sit for
15 minutes so it gets deep into the coals.
Okay.
If you light it right away...
keeping all the coals together, like instead of piling up in a little mountain like we used to do.
Exactly. And you know what? If you light it right away, you'll get that charcoal diesel flavor into the food. Right. And then basically like this. Just that's all.
You soak them up.
Soak them up.
Let it sit for 15 and then light it up.
Right. And more important is once it is going, I mean, I've been to 100 different accidents where it's not going fast enough and they do this.
Right.
And it flares up.
You don't need any more of that. That's enough.
Right. And more.
So get that away from the grill when you light it.
And after it's lit, keep it away. All right. It's not supposed to be here. And then one of the most important things I've seen people lose their homes over it is call us first. If you have some kind of thing going on, it's a gas leak and I see flame coming at you, don't wait and say I can handle it myself or I'll get an extinguisher. 911, we're on our way. And then maybe you give it a shot with the extinguisher. And this way, if you can't handle it, all right, that 3 to 5 minutes can make the difference between somebody getting hurt or
Great
losing your
tips,
house.
Joe. When you come back, Joe's going to cook for us.
And then we're going to cook for real.
Okay?
All right.
Tuesday on Live, pop singer Dido. PG, now playing.
New York City firefighter Joe Bonanno, who incidentally cooks for his own guys at Ladder 152 out in Queens, and has written 2 books, and they got them published. And it's Firehouse Cooking, premieres Sunday on the Food Network, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm hosting a show on the Food Network Sunday night at 9 o'clock. Yeah,
love that station.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to do the monkfish now.
Fish, I always want. Isn't fish a little scary to cook on the grill?
Well, flounder and other cuts of fish maybe, but look at monkfish. Look how thick this is.
Yeah,
and
but
it really cooks up.
But if the fish flakes.
Well, you see, no, not this type of fish.
All right,
it actually cooks almost like a lobster tail.
Okay, because I'm going to try this at home.
Okay, you can give me a hand.
Joe?
Real easy. You put this in a bag like this.
Just pour this all in?
Right, wine.
The whole thing?
Yep, everything.
Okay.
It seems like a lot of ingredients, but it all goes into
a little
rosemary.
Be on the website,
rosemary,
oregano.
Great.
Oregano.
Thyme.
So you're a big cook, are you, Rich?
All right, a little zest and garlic.
A little zest and garlic.
Gotta have the garlic, all of it.
All of it.
Yeah.
Crushed through a press, salt and hot red pepper flakes.
And some oil.
And some
olive oil. Okay.
Okay, and then
instead of doing a ball, seal it up.
This makes it easy.
Yeah, seal it up. And it's sort of like a shake and bake. Just give it a little. And then you can set this aside. Yeah, just set this aside in the refrigerator for about an hour.
Massage the fish.
Massage the fish, right. Okay. Now, we have one done already. And this has been marinating for an hour. And
for an hour?
Yes.
Is that what you suggest?
Approximately an hour in the refrigerator. And keep
What's
the bag closed so that the alcohol in the wine doesn't evaporate. It actually will soak into the fish.
Okay. And it'll
you make
evaporate
this in
on
the
grill.
firehouse, Joe?
Yeah, I've made this.
Is it well received by the guys?
Well received. The monkfish, they're like, wow, what kind of monk is a monkfish? I never heard of it.
Everybody's afraid of
monkfish.
monkfish.
Once they eat it,
but it happens to be great.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks like you said, like a lobster tail sitting there.
Yeah, it's actually called poor man's lobster, Monkey.
Really?
Yes.
Kind of shrinks up there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it'll curl up like that, but then you just make sure it's done.
All right, what kind
How
of
do you
sauce?
know that it's definitely done? Fish is always confused with
I
that
would
way.
say flake it. Yeah, it's not like chicken where you can feel it and see
Yeah.
if it's right. No,
And
just
do
give
the
it a little.
juices.
Yeah, just part it a little bit and see that it's cooked all the way through. And then what we're going to lay this on is a red pepper basil sauce instead of just having it plain with rice. So in other words, you're taking roasted red pepper, basil, again with the lemon zest and garlic, and a little fresh lemon juice and olive oil, and put it in the food processor. If we're plugged in
That's
here.
a cute little food processor.
Yeah. Yeah, I used one about this big in the firehouse.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
had 3
that.
of them when I got married, and I don't...
We have 11 guys on a shift in a double firehouse.
11?
11.
So you're cooking
And they're
for quite a few
Cook for
hungry
11
men.
every night.
Wow.
And they're brutal food critics too, believe it or not.
Are they really?
Oh. And then you just kind of lay that down like that.
That's so
And these are the ingredients for the sauce?
Yes.
And again, all this will be on the website, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Live
and we
Regis
have-
Kelly? Is that what it is? .com? Regis and Kelly or Live Regis Kelly?
And we have one piece
Alrighty.
on here. And if you'd like to,
Well, isn't that
you can actually take
nice?
a cooked piece
It
here.
smells divine.
Make sure you get plenty of that sauce on
Okay,
there.
let me try that.
And
Would you like to?
You go ahead, try first.
Yeah, and you were asking about the fish. It's a nice big chunk of fish. It's not really a flat like a flounder.
Now, don't forget, Joe Bonato will be on the Food Network this Sunday night at 9 o'clock with his Firehouse cooking book, which is on the stands right now. Thanks, Joe, very, very much. Be back in just a moment.
If you'd like to try any of our Grill Friday recipes or want to date one of our bachelors, visit our website, liveregisandkelly.com. Live will return in a minute.